Hey, what up? It's Brad with Home Love Construction, and in this video I want to answer the question, should I use a mini split in my room addition? Now, I did a video on what a mini split is versus a traditional ducted system, so be sure you go and watch that video. It's also on this channel. But I'm going to assume that you know in this video what a mini split actually is. So we're going to talk about the pros and cons of a mini split versus a system where there's actual ductwork up in the attic or in the walls or something. Or if you're in a really old house, maybe the ductwork is beneath the floor. That wouldn't be very common. But so what are the pros and cons here? A lot of people that I run into, because at Home Love Construction, we actually, one of our specialties, one of the things that we're the best at is room additions. That means that somebody has a house that's 2,500 square feet, they want it to be 3,000. Or they have a house that's 3,500 square feet and they want it to be 5,000. Adding space, right? We run into a lot of people who are like, you know, I'm in this 3.2, I really need it to be a 4.3. I need to add on a master suite. Can I just use a mini split to cool that? And my answer to them most often is you can do that. It will pass inspection and it would comply with building code, but I would absolutely not recommend that. And let me explain why. A mini split, keep in mind, only has the cold air coming out of one physical location. It's the head that gets mounted inside on the wall. It's where the cooling happens and it's where the air gets pushed out of. You don't get to do multiple locations like a traditional vented or ducted AC system where the duct works up in your attic. Because of that, you can run into problems with where you place your furniture, how the room is cooled in certain corners and stuff like that, and then also getting moisture out of the air in that area of the home. See, what people don't realize all the time is that a traditional ducted AC system pulls moisture out of the air. If you have ever had an issue with moisture due to your AC system not being properly sized, leave a comment below and let me know what happened, because I'm super interested in knowing what your experience was with this. But on the point of the mini split versus the ducted system, if you don't have that ductwork and pulling the air back, like doing an actual return, because what the other thing people don't realize is that a traditional AC system, it's not just pushing air out, it's air circulation. It is pushing air out, and it's also got to have a mechanism for pulling it back in called a return air. So because of that, the air is constantly being circulated throughout the house, and as it goes through the cooling mechanism, the air is actually dried. It is removed. It has moisture removed from it to some degree. So if you ever walk into a house where it's a bit musty and it's, you know, and the AC actually works, it's because the AC system is too big for the house and it's not running enough to actually dry the air in the house and remove the humidity. It can cause mold and it can cause a lot of nasty issues. So the point of all this is that when you add on your new space to your home, when you do that room addition, you don't want to be in a situation where it's musty in there, and you don't want to be in a situation where it's not cool, because the average 500 square foot room addition in today's prices is going to cost anywhere from $130,000 to $170,000. That's the real cost of what we're doing these at today. So are you willing to spend basically on average $150K and have a room that's added on that's now not cool, or that's musty, or some sort of other nonsense? The other thing to consider is, if you say, okay, well, let me just do a mini split with multiple heads, you can do that. That is an option. But once you add those multiple heads, one for your bedroom, one for your bathroom, and one for your walk-in closet, at that point, you're basically at the same cost of just doing a little ducted AC system. So it becomes much more worth it to just do the AC system, which is actually going to dry the air as it runs as well. So my overall unqualified recommendation is that I recommend that you use a traditional ducted system versus a mini split in room additions. Now, one other thing for the skeptics out there that I want to be super clear on is at Home Love Construction, we actually make more money, more profit on a mini split than a ducted system. It requires less steps, and typically our margin is actually winds up being higher on that because we can drive the price down due to different uses of equipment and stuff like that. So keep in mind that I would rather, from a financial perspective, just do mini splits. It's faster, it's easier, it makes us more money. But the better product is to do a ducted AC system. So keep that in mind when you're designing your room addition. Now, if you want help designing your room addition, we can do that. You can go to homelove.construction/design. We usually design about 1 room addition per week. So this year we're on track to do about 50. We also are designing a couple custom homes right now. So if you want help with a custom home, a room addition, or if you're just looking to do a kitchen or bathroom remodel, we have smaller scaled down design packages for those as well, where you can do things like you get to see the floor plan, you get to kind of see a 3D model of it, and then you also get to see a full-blown photorealistic 3D rendering. There's a couple examples of what those actually look like on the website, homelove.construction/design. I would love for you to go and take a look at those. And obviously, if you're looking to do a design for a custom home or a room ad, would love to help you with those as well. So go to homelove.construction/design for help with that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid. Peace.